This week's Torah portion, Yitro, contains what could arguably be called the most essential element of the entire Torah, let alone the entire Bible, and that is the giving of what are known as the Ten Commandments by God to the people of Israel at Mount Sinai. This was the most important theological, religious, spiritual experience in the history of the Jewish people, the only time in our history in which the entire people experienced God's revelation to them. All heard God's word, all experienced as the Torah describes, experienced things that they've never experienced before, hearing lightning and seeing thunder. Yes, that's how the Torah describes it, to help us understand how remarkable and unique an experience it was in the people's lives. But we have to ask, in the context of which this Ten Commandments appears, is why did God choose to give the Ten Commandments right at that time? In other words, it's as if the people of Israel had experienced a boxing match. They watched the 10 plagues and saw how God acted in Egypt against the Egyptians. Then they went to the shores of the sea and experienced the miracle of going through the sea. Then they marched in the desert for 3 months, including a miraculous defeat of the Amalekite people, and then they get to Mount Sinai and receive the Ten Commandments. Was this really the best time in the people's lives to receive the Ten Commandments? Were the people really ready to undertake the commitment to the covenant and to really experience and profess faith in God at that moment? Because if we look at the content of the Bible and the rest of the story, really the best place to have the Ten Commandments would be when King Solomon dedicated the temple in Jerusalem. At that point, the people of Israel had been in the land of Israel for nearly 400 years. They had settled in the land. They had established themselves as an autonomous people. They had united tribally. And then by King Solomon, he is already the third king of Israel. And at that point, the nation of Israel is at its best and widest and at peace, hence the name Solomon from Shalom, meaning peace. That would have been the time to get the Ten Commandments for the people to affirm with the temple there that they are ready to experience the covenant and express commitment to it. And so we ask, why is it that the Ten Commandments comes right after the miracles in Egypt? And there are many and a variety of answers, but it seems clear that in order for the people to begin this journey together to the promised land, they have to have an experience of God in their lives to guide them, that will always motivate them, that will always inspire them, that no matter what hardships they face in the desert, they know that they have God's revelation to remind them of what they are meant to be. Shabbat Shalom.